Hello guys, hello my nagas. How you guys been? Yeah. Um so have you guys been hearing that there's like two moons? Have you been hearing that? Now, it ain't the first time that I've heard that we're gonna get two moons before. Um and if you look at some of our tablets, we do have like other moons, other suns and all that shit. I think it's one of the Anunnaki tablets, I believe. But it's one of them. Because I know there's one that doesn't show them, but there's one that does. So, um, I feel like there is. So, most people might be like, what does that mean? It's coming back. All of this stuff is supposed to be here. We're supposed to, in a way, have multiple moons and stuff. And yes, some people might be like, look, I'll probably mention that the moon is this and that. But at the same time, when we really think about it, why, why, do, why they don't want to go to the moon anymore? You got to think about that. If it's so fake that they say that we supposed to believe that it is, because in a way, the moon is hollow, so is the Earth. But at one point, I did thought it was fake, the moon, because it's just not to say it cannot be created or something, or not to say it can't be from nature. But there's a reason why the moon controls all blood, and it's not the only thing that's in the moon is not the key factor in a way to what dumbed us down and all that shit. That's really Saturn. And the moon in a way heightens Saturn. It doesn't really do anything. And I mean it does, but it doesn't do anything like in like what you think it is, basically. Because Saturn mostly does all the work of reincarnation, basically. You know? Because I've heard that once you incarnate, that's like one of the first places you go is to the moon. So you're like, why there? Is there supposed to be like Dracos there and all that? Which they are, but they're in the back of the moon. Which I saw at the back of the moon. Yes, it fucking looks like New York City. It is dark as fuck. It looks like all that shit that you see. You know that movie, Blade Runner? All of that shit? Yeah, it's literally like that in the backside of the moon. You know? And we're eventually going to go to the moon too, guys. There's going to be shit that we have to do. All Anunnaki brothers and sisters are there, you know, and people might say they've been there for a long time, and other people don't want to say they've been there. Some people want to say there's reptilians up there and all that shit. To me, in my opinion, I think it's just the people that, the way I feel, in a way, the way I feel is that there's certain different people that have different experiences, obviously, with the moon or what the moon is. Some of them could be lying, yes, but some of them could be not, dude. You gotta open your third eye to realize that shit. I'm not gonna tell you what's what. Only you need to know. But I know. So with these two moons, you guys gotta realize this is getting close. Already, we're going to get a third sun. I think the third sun is already. I mean, we've kind of been hearing the third sun for quite a while, and I think there's one more sun that's coming. We have four suns, I believe, and I think three moons. Don't be surprised if another moon does come. Don't be surprised, because I always had a feeling that. Because I always felt like something inside of me, something, either someone told me or something inside of me literally told me we have four moons and I mean we have three moons and four suns. Now I could be wrong, but something just inside of me just like, again, I could be wrong. Um, but with these suns and moons, the reason this is happening, it's for a reason. All of us that have went within, meditated, even if it's just 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't matter, an hour, you know, every day. Doesn't even matter. We have helped ourselves. We have helped the planet. And most people say that, oh, how am I going to get out of here and all that shit. You just got to wake up into the fact that most people are like, oh, that's not only it. And I'm like, yes, I know that's not only it. But you need to realize that. I can't tell most people like, oh, so you're trying to keep people away from that? No, I'm just not that type of person to tell you. Some people are way better at doing doing the shit than I am. You know, some people are just way better at the spiritual shit than I am. Not to say I'm not good at it. Yes, I am. I'm just telling you my experience and what I've been through, and that's what they're doing too, most likely. You know, that's why I always say that the experience in spirituality is really key. When you're spiritual and you go through a spiritual path, you see things and you realize things that these motherfuckers are fucking scared of you. They don't want you to know, and they want you to be scared of them. When you realize that you are the most intimidating thing that's out here. When you're walking outside and you feel that type of like, you know, scareness, just remember that's not you. That's actually them. That's them. That's how much they're so scared that they're trying to make you scared. So they're trying to poke the buttons of you being scared, basically. And it's like, you just gotta remember that. You just gotta remember that that's not you. Because you are feared. You're feared. You are literally feared. Okay? I saw a video once from a YouTuber that showed like weird things that were happening around the world, like either like tornadoes or things people were finding like monsters or type of ghosts or creatures. Some guy, I don't know if it was an orc or anything like that, but some dude recorded. I don't know if it was fake or anything, but he recorded. I doubt it was fake though, but he recorded something that looked like a fucking like type of werewolf type of thing. He had fucking red eyes and shit. And he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm looking at him like, "What do you think? What the fuck it is? You see the shape of it, you dumb fuck." That's why in my head I'm like, it probably is fake, you know. Um, but the wolf was all black and hairy and everything like that. He has fangs and all that shit. And I'm like, holy shit. And he's coming after him in the bed. He's like, oh my God. And shit. And I'm like, holy shit. And the thing is, even those type of creatures are scared of us. There are creatures around here that look so fucking terrified, but they are scared of us. Why? Because we're the most powerful and terrifying thing that's out here. We can look at a fucking creature that looks demonic and stuff and literally make them a fucking pussy. We can literally look at them and they will feel. We can break them. We can break them just by looking at them. And this is what they don't want us to know. They don't want us to not. The thing is, I know there's probably a difference between tapping in and knowing, obviously, but at the same time, when you know, isn't that in a way kind of tapping in? It's just an example. I'm not saying it really is, and if someone disagrees, then that's fine. But when you know what they're scared of, can you really be scared of? Especially if you use it. There's there's so many things that these evil beings want you to be scared of that it's not even worth it because they are scared. They're the most number one thing that was scared. The most one number one thing that is scared out here is them, not you. Them, and then some of them are the most feared around the galaxy, and you question why. Why? Because what they do, this whole sex trafficking and the gene type shit. And I'm like, and taking over planets and trying to harness the planet. And then destroy it and move on. You think that doesn't piss the universe off? Ooh. She created a beings. She created beings that will literally destroy these beings, and that is us, our carbon based people. Okay? My brothers and sisters, we will get these motherfuckers. Okay? Whether you want to get the orcs, the dracos, the insectoids, it doesn't matter. Or you want to get all of them, it does not fucking goddamn matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that before this shit happens, there will be a loud boom in the earth. But when that happens, guess who came? The Lord. The Lord came to the earth. Yes, Lord came to the planet. Because the system is gone. The system's been gone, but now it's like, now you're going to hear a whole bunch of shit. And then all of a sudden we're going to get these activations. That's why do you think they're scared of us right now? They want us to be dumbed down more than ever because they know what's going to happen. Why do you think they're showing these superhero movies back to back, man? They're not stopping making these superhero movies. Why? Or even they're making TV shows about them. Why? Most people like to distract you and shit. I'm like, you're right. I'm not gonna argue with that. But at the same time, they're showing you who you are, and they can't stop it anymore. They can't. They might show you a little bit in the 80s and a little bit in the 90s, but then once the 2000s came, they're like, we gotta show you because eventually you're going to be doing this, and then you're going to be like, no one didn't tell me this. I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing with 9/11. Like, no one didn't tell me this. I'm like, yes, they told you in movies, they told you in The Simpsons, they told you in a lot of shit. Sometimes you just put 9/11 on September 9th, 2001, you know? It's all they are. You just need to find it in old movies, like in the 90s and some 80s ones. Um, just remember the shit, the shit that whole like Biden going to office and shit. Just remember, guys, everyone's making memes about it and shit, and I'm just like, you guys, some of you people are probably happy, Trump left and shit. Me, I don't give a fuck, but you gotta, because I already know what's happening here. I already know what's happening. You know, people think that, all of the shit is the look. Is this sometimes it's the way that you wish we wanted? Yes, sometimes, but we can't be like that all the time. You know, not to say we don't. Not to say some people don't feel that way sometimes, but you gotta know that you gotta know you gotta know that Big Ama Mama, Mother Gaia, she has her ways, and just because she's making you wait does not mean it's not going to happen. Or just because it didn't happen doesn't mean she's not going to make you wait patiently so you can actually grow actually a little bit more. And then when the time comes, you're actually ready. This is actually the most important part about what she actually does. And a lot of people know this shit. Like people that are really, really in tune and spiritual with themselves. Now, maybe some don't, and that's fine. But that's the way I see it. That's the way I feel from my experience and shit. And for crying out loud, I recently saw old Remedy's H video that he was talking about, these orcs and stuff, and he mentioned like the dogs that came from these orcs and shit. They bought them here and shit, and and this video was like 2 years ago, and he mentioned um that these dogs, when time is coming closer and closer, these dogs are gonna start whining and complaining and all that. Then they're gonna stay in the corner and be like this and shit, like they're scared. They could be like the toughest dog and all that crap, but to be in the corner like a pussy and shit. And you'll be like, why? And it's like because the Lord is coming to fucking kill them because they're not part of nature. And I'm just like, it's funny because the same day that I saw that video was the same day that I saw my mom's dog doing the same thing, just like because he does that all the time. But every time my sister comes, he always like, you know. But yesterday I saw him in the corner right there, next to the door, like this, like a little pussy, and I'm just like, why is he there? And then all of a sudden I saw that video. You see, things happen for a reason. And when he said that, I'm just like, there's a reason why you should watch. You know, there's a reason why you should pay attention to the universe. You know, because the universe works in mysterious ways, guys. And when you realize that she works in your favor. You gotta look at that. She works in your favor. She's not out to get you. She's not evil. But if you mistreat her, oh, you would think she's evil. Okay? She'll whip your ass, okay? And then a few days ago, this dog started shitting blood out of his ass. And you know what my fucking intuition told me? The energies now coming in are killing these animals that are not supposed to be part of this planet. It's already starting, man. It's already starting. And I already told my mom that don't cry when you see that dog in the floor dying, because these energies are coming in. This is it, guys. There's only two. Even before these dogs were dying, already, what is it? Serious Temple said that already some of these so-called white people, the water itself is literally killing them. Like the water is cutting their own legs off, and that was like, I don't know, in January in 2019. I think I could be gone. Maybe it was later than that. But when he mentioned that, I'm just like, it's basically over. I'm surprised people can take a shower. I mean, you and me are fine. We're carbon. We're supposed to be part of this planet. But anyone else now is not carbon. And the thing is, look, a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people might say, again, I've cited this before. If you have ancestors that are carbon, then there you go. You're fine. Don't argue about it. Don't try to fight it. You know, if you don't know, then you will know when this whole shit starts to happen. You know, and again, going back with the whole Biden stuff, guys, these people are obviously. If you look on Facebook, people are making memes out of it, obviously, and you got to think to yourself, why are these people making memes? You know, they know it's a joke. So why the fuck do they still go for the not to vote for fucking people that doesn't fucking. But what shows me also that these people, like, everyone literally said it. Some people, I don't know, I can't remember these YouTubers right now, but there's some YouTubers that I don't know. One time, I think that was probably Canadian or something like that, or somebody like maybe not Remedy H, or I don't know if it was Serious Temple, but I've heard that, you know, once if these people even come to office, or once they do, it's like literally gone. I mean, for kind of loud, you saw the house getting fucking burnt down, basically, in a way. And then all of a sudden they're trying to put it to the truthers, or it's us and everything like that. And it's like, no, it's not us. No, 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 no. All time will come. We're not doing that yet. Okay? If we were doing that right now, my comment section won't be literally being like, dude, I wanna do this already, I wanna do this already. You know? Come on, man. Common fucking sense. Common fucking sense. You know, you and me know, but the newscasters and all that, they don't have no common sense. Why? Because they got the head cut off and fucking put chips in the shot of them. It's disturbing, man. Some of the stuff that they show you, they put it in horror movies, and you'll be like, "This is not true," and it's like, "Yes, it is true." For crying out loud, you know, the whole head thing that I was talking about. Have you seen the movie, Scary Movie 2? When they make fun of they cut one of the brothers' heads, and he has like a has nothing in his head because he smokes so much weed, basically. Making fun of potheads and shit, but at the same time, that's MK Ultra mind control at the same time because he's just gone. He's just gone. It wasn't for weed. It's actually mind control. So I hope that's a good point right there too. But this I don't know, guys. But that's just really it. That's all I have to say, I guess. But yeah, I'll see ya.